on this show, Razia, we love books. And I know you love books too. And I follow your book recommendations quite closely. Would you do us a favor and recommend 3 books that you have read recently that have made an impact on you for our book-loving viewers all over the world?
3 whole books. Wow. Okay. The one that springs to mind immediately is Atomic Habits, which I read reasonably recently. And why I liked this was it just created a sense of confidence. The idea behind it is that if you adopt certain habits, you almost do good things on autopilot. If you wake up and you think, the first thing I'm going to do is exercise before I get to work, and you do that consistently every single day, you're going to be in a better space than the kind of person who wakes up and says, let me scramble to get that work done, and the exercise is forgotten. So I really liked that book, first of all, because of the bite-sized nature of what it was suggesting, where it's very readable, short chapters, but good advice. And most of all, it gives you the confidence that you can make changes.
Who is the author? Razia?
James Cleary, I think. I'll have to double check the name, but it's called Atomic Habits. It's pretty well known.
Fantastic.
The other, and I am in danger of recommending this excessively, is the book Why We Sleep.
Oh.
Now, that one, for many of us who perhaps shortchange ourselves by thinking, I'll get so much more done if I just skimp a little bit on the sleep. I'll, keep working on this paper. I'm flying somewhere overnight and I'll just get right into the work the next day. This is an important book because it demonstrates perhaps the threat to our own health that we never really stop to focus on with every successive night of missed sleep. Each time that we lose a little bit of sleep. For me, the big takeaway from that book was in some places, like the UK, the clocks change. There are parts of the year when we gain an hour and other times when we lose an hour. And apparently they've done nationwide experiments in terms of how behavior changes when people lose out just on that 1 hour of extra sleep. And it is amazing how impactful and how important sleep really is. The one complaint that people have in reading that book is they never really finish it because if they're reading before bedtime, it kind of tells them in very clear terms that they need to sit down and go to bed. So that would be 2 that really stand out. And in terms of fiction, it's much wider. But I think the encouraging thing is just in terms of the accessibility of the fiction that is now available to a global audience. We've always known, I suspect, in Africa that we have some of the best writing talent, that, there is a depth of talent in country after country. And the good news is that we're starting to see more of this in a lot more markets where there's finally a recognition of what African literature has to offer. There's finally a greater readership. It's been a gradual process. It started perhaps too slowly. Some writers are much more well-known. And the hope is that on the back of this, we will see many more African writers being published more widely as well. And that will just lead to a better quality of what is available in terms of exchanging ideas and exchanging experiences and a better understanding of the worlds that we live in.